I want to share some video with you out of Miami Township, Ohio, and that's where we saw a tornado hit with lightning speed. This was a small tornado, an EF1 tornado that ripped through this neighborhood, and this is the security footage. Nothing much happening, a thunderstorm approaching, but check it out how quickly this goes down. The trees bend sideways, they break. The patio furniture holds steady there as this small tornado passes right over this deck. And I could show you the security footage from the front of the house as well. Check out again how fast this happens. Trees starting to sway here, and then the tornado hits very quickly, and notice how those trees just fall over in a flash here as that tornado moves by. One thing you're going to notice, it doesn't much look like a tornado here, at least not in the classic sense. This is what we call a QLCS tornado, a quasi-linear convective system tornado. And unlike supercell tornadoes that come from a mesocyclone, these come from what we call a mesovortice, and that makes them much different than a classic tornado. These things develop rapidly, sometimes within seconds, and that tornado you just saw went from no rotation at all to a tornado on the ground in less than 2 minutes. Now, because they happen so rapidly, there's little warning that gets issued ahead of these things. Sometimes you get warning, sometimes you don't. It depends on how quickly the radar picks it up. But they hit very fast. They typically only last a few minutes at best. So they're only on the ground a few minutes here, and they're typically weaker tornadoes, EF0s, EF1s, EF2s. The one you just saw was an EF1 tornado with winds around 95 miles per hour. These tornadoes account for about 25% or a quarter of all tornadoes across the United States, and the places that see the most of them, the Midwest and portions of the Southeast. In fact, over some parts of the Midwest, these are the dominant tornado type that we see. Despite the fact that they happen so quick and tend to be the weaker, smaller tornadoes, they still can do a lot of damage and can be very dangerous.